in all honesty, I think in terms of how have I managed it, it probably not very well at times. I read something the other day that said the high achieving girl you once were is now the burnt out mother you've become, and that couldn't ring more true for me. So this year in particular has been a really tough year for me. I got to a point earlier in the year. There was a lot happening at work that was outside of my control. Multiple client and new business opportunities, stuff happening with team members, and it was just really impossible for me to sort of feel like I could just do everything. And I got to a point where I honestly felt pretty broken, like it was bad. And I realized I needed to your point about how do I manage that and get balance. I needed new ways to cope. I needed to find new ways to sort of balance, to manage the intense demands that are there all the time. The stress is like wild. So I got a life coach. I had a bit of therapy. I've done loads of reading, and ultimately, I'm just trying to be a bit kinder to myself. I know it sounds a bit woolly, but I think lots of people would respond to that question with boundaries. Boundaries are really important, but as a chronic people pleaser, that is almost impossible for me to figure out how to do in the first place. So just being a bit kinder to myself and accepting I've done the best I can is actually the way I'm sort of managing it.